Hey, this is Tom Waltz, IDW's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles writer, and you are listening to the Geekcast Radio Network.
Hi, this is Bobby Curnow, Chief Turtle Editor at IDW Publishing, and you are going to have a shell of a good time inside the pull bag.
You've just jumped inside the pull bag. Join TFG1 Mike and the rest of the comic crew here at the GCRN as they make their great escape into comics. From DC, Marvel, and Image to IDW, Boom Studios, and Zenescope, we have everything right here. We cover things like Transformers, He-Man, superheroes, TMNT, and Radiant Black. Yeah, we have all that and so much more. It's all inside the pull bag here on the Geekcast Radio Network. So, without further ado, it's time to talk about the comics we're reading right now, here inside the pull bag.
It's a Kodak moment. Huh?
Welcome to the Pull Bag. This is episode 577. I'm, of course, TFG1 Mike. Joining me once again, as always, here in Mutant March 2025 is my good buddy, my turtle brother, Mr. Joe Reed, with him in his Hawaiian shirt. Hello, shirt. Hi.
Hi.
I can't talk anymore. That opening salvo of 575's introduction for 12 years of the podcast basically killed me with being able to actually talk coherently. But
well, I can understand you. I think we're all right.
Let's hope. And I'm not making fun of anyone. I'm having actual problems using my tongue these days and actually having language issues with actually being able to discuss things on podcasts. But I have a huge problem.
This is interesting.
I have a huge fucking problem with this comic book series now. I was hoping for something more.
What happened?
Oh my god. Fucking no. Hate no. Ugh. So when we did the free comic book day, was it the free comic book day issue or the annual? Wherever we first saw the white turtles.
Yep.
And I'm sure people listening to this episode that haven't listened to the other episodes are probably going to need context. There are a alternate version set of 4 Ninja Turtles that wear white masks. So when we say white turtles, folks, we're not trying to be reverse racism or anything like that. We don't do any kind of political bullshit on this podcast whatsoever.
And we're not talking about Lita, who is a white turtle.
Yeah, exactly. Lita is a white turtle, quite literally.
These are white masked turtles that are not wearing masks over their headbands. I can't talk either, Mike. It's great. But they're wearing face masks, more like a stereotypical ninja thing.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Dude, they broke my fucking heart. I was hoping for something, because the whole point of the white turtles is that, at least I thought the whole point of them was that the weapons are mixed up, the characters are mixed up, everything is different. Like, turtles, like, how you've got, like, I don't know, like, alternate dimension type thing. Like, I literally thought they were Turtles Forevering this shit. I thought they were going to create something new and do something where this was another dimension version of the... So for anyone who doesn't know, listening to the sound of my voice, what Turtles Forever was a cartoon film back in 2007, I think. I don't know, whenever Turtles Forever came out. I forget when it came out, and I'm not looking it up right now. But the point of that film is the 2003 version of the Turtles at the time got together with the 87 Turtles. They then went back in time and got together with the first ever animated version of the original Mirage Turtles to stop Shredder and Krang and the Utroms and all of that. from destroying the universe. Turtles were. I thought it was another version of the Turtles. I didn't realize it was something as so stupid as null people dressed. Oh God.
Yeah, they think. Now, I just sat in this chair that I'm sitting in and read all of those books, and I don't recall that information being in my stack of books. But I knew that with the mouse guy that was doing the experiments on all the mutants, he had the turtle parts, and he had that phone call with somebody, and it was kind of apparent that he was trying to make turtle clones for that person, and I'm pretty sure that was Null, but
yes, it was Null.
You have the Volume 7 trade. I have... Yeah, and I read the issues that you told me. There's something in that trade that's not from these issues, because Null did not appear. Yeah, Null did not appear in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, my 7 books.
Huh. Interesting.
But I know the story you're talking about. I think I read it in one of the other books.
Okay, then maybe it was just me doing research on the characters, because I went to Turtlepedia.
Huh?
Well, and because I wanted to know, I wanted to find out, I wanted to figure out, like, after we had seen them in that free comic book day thing. So maybe that's where I got the information from. To find out that the Gang of Four, I think is what it was called, or whatever. I don't know. But that's my rant, folks. I was highly disappointed that it's just somebody in disguise. Like, it's not. Okay, so the way that I actually wrote out this whole thing, I don't have it in front of me, and I'm not going to read it, obviously, but basically, when I found all this out after doing all this research about the White Turtles, I felt like Donatello in Secret of the Ooze.
Yeah.
Where it's like, man...
Where he finds out that they're just an accident.
Yeah! I thought there was more. I thought there was, a reason. Like it. Yeah.
I just always thought there'd be more to it. To the ooze. To, us.
I know.
I always thought there'd be something. That. I thought we'd find out we were special.
Do not confuse the specter of your origin with your present worth, my sons.
I don't believe him. There's just got to be more to it.
Right now, I feel like
that's honestly kind of where the IDW has kind of picked up the ball from every other previous Turtles origin. Is that, yeah, it always has been an accident. The ooze off the back of the truck. Yeah, they find out that it's the Utrom ooze that ended up down there, but it was an accident. And this time, with these guys coming from being reincarnated from Japan, it does mean more. The whole mutagen and like their fate is intertwined with the Triceratons since the age of the dinosaurs, and that's cool. Yep. Secret of the Ooze Donnie would be really happy to know that.
Yeah, I would absolutely hope so. That Secret of the Ooze Donnie would be happy to know that. Absolutely. And,
Professor Jordan Perry was supposed to be an Utrom. I bet he was, and we just never found out.
Have we gotten him in? We haven't gotten Perry in
Perry
IDW.
Was name dropped as someone that Harold was talking to.
Okay, he was name dropped, but we've never actively ever seen him.
No, they did not. To my understanding, and based on like what we talked to Bobby about years and years ago, that they didn't have a lot of those background character rights from the movies. But I think something changed when NECA started making Kino and Danny and Tatsu in action figure form. Like, that feels like Nickelodeon got the license. As I made a Jordan Perry action figure too, which now I kind of actually want to buy that and put an Utrom in his stomach. Like, do a custom with a fabric lab coat that you can pull back and it's an Utrom.
Bobby, brother, you're in charge. Well, I mean, you're not, whatever, but you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, the licensors will probably let you have them now.
figure it out, because guess what? It would be a great homage since David Warner passed away 3 years ago. We need Professor Jordan Perry in the new book somehow. Oh, man, that would be so cool. Oh, damn it.
Yeah, Professor Jordan Perry since we can't have him work for TCRI, he could be he could be the president of NCOM. Yeah, NCOM from Tron.
Oh my god. Yeah. Talk. Oh god, can you imagine? This okay, I don't know what Jason Aaron is doing currently with, I don't know how that's going as far as like the characterization, but in the 1 to 150 issues, how our Mikey in this series has gone especially after issue 50, when we meet Mikey way back in issue 51, when he is split. Can you imagine Mikey on a friggin' light cycle? Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, folks. Reborn, TMNT Reborn, Volume 7, Isolation. As Joe mentioned, the main cover features the Rat King, the Null Horny Chick, Baxter Stockman,
nope, that one. That's a surprise.
That's
they give that.
They gave it away. Wow, I didn't even realize it.
Well, we all thought that was Chirel.
Yeah, we all thought that was Chirel. That's not Chirel. That's
By the time this cover ends up on the comics, the episodes or the issues of Armageddon Game would have known when that character showed up.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, because when that showed up, I was like, yeah,
piloted by an Utrom.
Because okay, so you got to think this is, like we said, Casey and Sheena.
Dudley the Cowlick.
Wait, what?
That thing on the cow on the bottom. Dudley the Cowlick.
It's the cat. Okay, I thought that was. Whoops, sorry, Sheena. Didn't mean to disrespect you like that. So this is TMNT issues number 133 to 139. The people who worked on this book is not what I wanted to say, but the people who worked on this book: story done by Sophie Campbell, art by Fero Pe, colors done by Ronda Pattison. As always, also letters done by Shawn Lee, story consultants Kevin Eastman, Tom Waltz. I also want to draw, since I'm drawing from the collected edition, cover by Fero Pe, series editors Jonathan Manning and Charles Beecham, series associate editor Zach Boone, series editorial assistant Nicholas Nino, collection editor Alonzo Simon, collection group editor Chris Simon, and collection design done by Shawn Lee. That's the other thing Shawn does a lot of the times. That a lot of times he will do the collection design, which this is amazing. The way the collections are designed with the images that we see on this interior, and how the color, and obviously this is Rhonda's coloring, and how they change that and whatever. So yeah. We start in the future.
And I have no idea what's going on here.
Me either. I was like, what in the heck is going on?
The Future Turtles in the old Archie series that's a really important storyline, and I always wait for any Turtles series when it goes into the future to pull little things from that. And I need to go back and reread that, because I think they are going to make some pretty key references to it pretty soon. But Bob, please don't do this. And he's got this monkey has some sort of device, and I think it's Old Man Donatello, and we know who that lady is now.
It's Carmen. Yep. Yeah, I think it's Donnie. I want to.
Yeah, I don't think it's Leo. The stick he's carrying. He pulls a sword from it. But
yeah, he pulls a sword from it. Yeah.
As he visits later.
Yep.
That moment. This, I don't know. It doesn't look like he hits a button, but there's this weird glowing shark-shaped thing that is like devouring the world. I know what that shark thing is because I read the Archie series way back in the day.
But, all right. Well, I mean, it comes back though, doesn't it? Yeah, because this ends with Okay.
Yeah, it's I'm getting the sense that it's like oh my man, pulling from Stephen King back here, like the Langoliers. I think they were those little Pac-Man monster, whatever. I watched the movie and had no clue what was going on. I was a child, but these little Pac-Man monsters would come by and eat the end of time. As time went forward, they would consume it. I'm kind of getting the sense that that's what this thing is doing. Is it's eating the end of time. I don't know. But Carmen wakes up. Yeah. Oh, nope, you're right. It's Leo, because she wakes up and says, "No, Leo." Yeah. Okay.
It is Leo. It would have to be Leo if he's pulling a. Donnie would not pull a sword, so maybe old man Leo needed to use. So she sees Siri, and Siri has Pepperoni, and who's the cat?
Might be Clunk.
Okay, see,
that's a little too fuzzy to be Clunk.
Yeah, that's a little too fuzzy to be Clunk. Honestly, I don't remember Clunk. Pepperoni I remember because pepperoni is pepperoni, and you mess with pepperoni, Raph is gonna go up. Ain't nobody gonna mess with pepperoni. It's like putting anchovies on pizza. You don't want to do that. You're gonna get hooked up.
So it looks like Donnie is playing the man in the chair for every other storyline going on right now in the other books.
Yep, pretty much. He is. Very much so.
Locked up in the compound, bunches of monitors.
Yep. I like that. I absolutely like that. I think that's cool. I think Calm Seat Donnie is a good thing. At least for now. Until he actually has to get out and get back into... Oh, man. You would not... So... this is... Or did I say this is episode 577? This will air... probably March 19th, I believe. So... we are recording this, like... weeks ahead of when it'll actually air, folks, but I read this the night before we recorded. And y'all know, if y'all have been listening to Joe and I discuss this series for the last 11 years here inside the Pull Bag, only on the Geekcast Radio Network, y'all know how emotional I get reading this book. I love Command Seat Donnie here, but when he suits up and he gets back into action... it's so good. So good. So April calls in, and Siri comes in with Pepperoni, and Siri and April meet through the screen. Apparently Siri forgot Donatello's name, because she's forgetting everybody's name, because there's so many new people that she has to... I mean, I kind of get that.
Yeah,
you know.
There's that magic aging tech. You know, there are moments where she seems completely together and understands the complex situation, but then is like, I've never seen this thing before. What is this? And
yeah, what is this? And I love seeing April here. I love seeing April on the screen talking to Donnie. I love that she and Mona are hanging back in the newsroom while Lola speaks out and goes on location and all that and everything else. And we have Carmen, Donnie, and Siri here doing their thing. And Siri picks up a little... I almost thought it was a mouser, but it's not. It's a little camera bot thing.
It's from the video game.
Yeah.
The arcade game.
That's very cool. Yeah. Man, they throw in everything, don't they? So we get
and Space
Donatello.
Heroes on the poster back there behind Sari's asking, who are these Space Heroes? Could they help us defeat the Triceratops or defeat the Utroms? Space Heroes was 2012 Leonardo's show that he took leadership inspiration from.
Yup. Again, IDW just doesn't miss a beat to what it is. Is Bigfoot real too? Probably.
Probably.
And then she touches the crystal Donnie's experimenting on. He's like, no, don't do that. Magic's gotta be a real thing too, right? Is it a magic crystal? Well, magic is just science that wasn't yet explained. I love how Donnie has gotten to the point of where he's not so anal about it all being science, but he's not also so anal of it being it's all magical mumbo jumbo. Because back in the day, Donnie would be, it must have an explanation. It must be explained. There must be a scientific method to everything.
No such thing as reincarnation.
He says as he is being reincarnated.
Yep. Mikey just starts speaking in Japanese. Wait, how did you...
Oh, boy.
He comes around by the end of this.
Yeah, he
completely comes around at the end of this.
Literally. So he kind of shoos them out of his lab. And Siri wants revenge on Sherelle. And Donnie's like, one thing at a time, but I promise you'll get your chance. And Carmen says, we should probably stay inside for a little while. What you say we play some video games? What are video games? Oh, just you wait. So that's going to keep Siri busy for a while.
Training.
Yup. And we get back into Mutant Town, and we got a new constable in town. And
oh yeah, because Raph's off doing something.
Yep.
Basically, all the rest of the turtles are throughout most of this book. In the other stories, the other books that are coming out, and so we've got Raph off doing something, looking for Hob or whatnot, and Jenica has stepped up to be the acting constable.
Yep.
In a town of ungrateful.
I like her as ungrateful little shit mutants. Yeah.
I'm trying to protect you.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I like Jenica as the new constable. I think this role fits her well.
She would say it's less than perfect, coming from a life of crime and getting in trouble with the law all that time. But it's somebody like that has a reformation that I think makes a really good cop, because you know how not to be.
Yep, absolutely. Because she's had to do all her own redeeming. Mm-hmm. I was gonna say recompense, but I knew that wasn't the right word. But she's had to have her own redemption be done, and she's had all the stuff she's gone through. So she's more understanding than Raph being Raph and beat the door down, arrest everybody.
Yep.
I mean, if people need to be arrested, they'll be arrested, but you can have a little bit of compassion. And we got DJ Mona here on the radio, and she gives an update on to pretty much all the other stuff. She talks about what's going on in Mutant Town and how Jenny's going around, and she's giving positive vibes and all that good stuff. And Jenny gets a call from Sheena, so there's that. We do that, and Sheena is not doing so well.
Yeah, there's gonna have to be some kind of moment for her later to recover.
Recover? They practically break in.
Heal?
Yeah.
Emotionally heal.
So in our Mutant March journey here so far, folks, doing the Reborn trades or the Reborn story arcs here to get to the end of the main series before they switched it over to the Volume 2 version of Turtles where Jason Aaron is writing the stories. I've had a bunch of different feelings, but it's one of those things where I still like the story overall, but man, again, the emotional hits that this series just... Woo! And again, it's about the characters. It's not about, oh my god! Okay, so in one of the, I think it was in episode 575. Because folks, by the time you're going to hear this, I will have already edited all the other stuff. But as of this current recording, I am just now finishing the edit on episode 575. But by the time you'll hear this, you'll have already heard it. You had said something in that episode about missing reading in your car that first day, getting the Wednesday for, I almost said free comic book day. Wow, Wednesday new comic book day, etc., etc., etc. And I'm sitting here thinking, no, wait for the trade. No, wait for the trade. No, wait for the trade. And my thing is like most people that, and we were also talking about in that episode about like, who is this being made for? Is this, you had asked in that episode, like when you had asked in that episode, who is this being made for when we get the movie references? Because the movie lives in our heads. Like, we see anybody with a pair of nunchucks that is twirling them on their finger and saying, the first thing we're going to say is keep practicing, because, I brought marshmallows. Put those things away.
Anybody who's got sausages hooked together on the skin, combat cold. Like, yes.
Combat cold cuts. Ah! Yeah, exactly. Like, we have that rent-free in our head, but not everyone does, because not everyone is 40-something-year-old males. Maybe this certain story points like this story with Jenica and Sheena are appealing to the female audience. I don't know. I was trying to think about that when I went back and I edited that as I was editing that episode. I had your question in my head as I was reading this trade that we're discussing now. Like, who is IDW making this for? And it's the same thing I said. Not trying to get quoted again on a new cover, but it's the same thing I said before they took our quote and put it on issue 55. This series is for anyone who has ever been a TMNT fan. Young, old, boy, girl, in between, whatever you want to classify yourself as. I don't care who you are. If you are a human being, because right now, currently, in humankind, there are no mutants. So, you know what I mean? Like, this is for, it's kind of like that question in the comic origins, in all of my origins episodes that I do. Whether it's toy collecting, whether it's video games, whether it's cartoons, comic books, whatever. Who should this be made for? Because most of that question normally is, most people view, let's just say as an example, as a prelude, folks, because we're going to get Joe on the video game one at some point, but most parents or most people view video games as something that should be for kids, and adults shouldn't partake in video games. Who do you think, in your opinion, video games should be made for? Everybody. That's usually anytime I ask that question, I can insert whatever topic. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's video games, comic books, toy collecting. It doesn't matter what the hell it is. The usual answer: this should be made for everybody. And then the whole point of me spewing all this stuff here now with my voice is that this comic series is for everybody. It has something for everybody, and the emotional swings that this series goes through, and this call in this page, in this scene where Jenica, is she calling Sheena or is Sheena calling her? I forget what's... Hold on.
It looks like Jenica called her, so I wanted to call and see how you feel.
Okay, yeah. Yep. So Jenica called Sheena, and then we see that Sheena's not actually doing so well because she's hiding in bed under the covers, and that's going to come up later because of certain events, because unfortunately they do bad things. They as in other people, separate people that are bad people. Stupid, filthy, evil mutants. So we got Constable Jen and this guy. This
this I responded to this as it's there are some people who think the government should be doing this thing or that thing or not this, and we back the blue, but we also get mad at the blue when they pull us over for speeding. Like, wait, pick a side, man. And here's a cranky dog in the food market watching Jenica the constable go by and say, "Are you kidding? How about less people patrolling us?" I'm like, dude, she's there for you. She's gonna, protect you from the thing. Like, that's why. They're not looking at you.
Up until I scrolled in and I saw what he was saying, that this here, the wide shot of him, just the way that his character is drawn, the way his hat is, the way his sunglasses are, the way his clothing is, I'm like, oh, hello, law enforcement. Like, literally, I thought it was a cop. I thought it was McGruff, the crime dog, honestly. I really did. And then I read what he was saying, and I'm like, oh, that's not McGruff, the crime dog. So, yeah. And then we get Jenica meeting up with, what's the... I know that's Lita. What's her name? Oh.
Whoever she is, I hope they call her Aunt something or other.
it's Lola. There we go. No,
I forgot who Lola is. That's not Lola. She's saying.
That's not Lola. She's saying Lola's at the state of the city address. It's a good thing this universe's Baxter isn't white. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Because Baxter. Koya is looking for Bludgeon. Bludgeon is sneaking down to the basement because he has a hidden friend.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. And they are training. So it's Bludgeon and Venus, and they are both distracted. And all of a sudden, Venus's arm does something really, really weird. And then they try to meditate more.
They both seem pretty chill about her just regrowing an arm spontaneously.
Yeah. That was a little, okay, we're just gonna put that over here. And they meditate, and apparently... What's Donnie doing? I mean, she's meditating, and her meditation basically reaches out to him.
Yep, they're tied together.
Yeah.
Either he felt her or she accidentally contacted him.
Yes, and he asks her, "Where are you?" But what I find so interesting about this is her going from the human that she was to the frog that she was to obviously who she is now. So it's Bonnie all the way to Venus. What I find really interesting about this page is that when we see the meditation between the two of them, hers starts out with her as a human, her as a frog, and then her as she is now. So we go Bonnie as a human, Bonnie as a frog, and then Venus as the turtle that she is. And then Donnie's is Donnie as he is, but he's meditating on Bebop, Rocksteady, and Rat King?
No,
that doesn't look like
surgeon.
Dr.
Barlow.
Oh, Dr. Barlow. Doctor. Okay, so Rocksteady, Bebop, Rocksteady, and Dr. Barlow. So those are the three that Donnie... But he doesn't look like he's really, sitting at the...
He wasn't. I think it was just she intruded by accident.
Yes. Yep. And brought that out of him. Okay.
What
gotcha.
There, like that's both of their trauma.
Yes.
Her two former lives now being this new thing, and him, the destruction and rebuilding of his shell, and the hope of getting it replaced, but not.
Yep. Gotcha. Oh, Donnie.
Trauma bonded.
Yep. She says, I can't tell you right now where I am. Venus, wait. No. damn it. We see on the screen, Baxter says, "We cannot yet be certain if our mutated neighbors are to be trusted. You can rest assured that your mayor will continue to keep you and yours safe from any harm they may be capable of." And Donnie's just like, lies.
No, I think that's coming through the television. Somebody at the report is saying,
That's
lies!
right. That's right. Lies. Safe and secure from the big bad mutant. Yep. Lies.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
The next page.
You're right. Yep. The next page is that. Yeah,
Yep.
They are here.
The white turtles are attacking him during his State of the State or State of the City address.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole thing is, it's a ploy, these fake turtles, to frame our turtles for... Yep.
For the attack, yeah.
Keep them
they are here. They are in this trade, and that is why I ended up going to search out. That's why I did all my research of trying to figure out who the hell they are, who the hell made them, yada, 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 hoping for something more than just, they're just four numbskulls dressed up as turtles. Oh, man, there's nothing more than that? Come on. I mean, I know the one part in Turtles 2 is more funny than the disappointment, but I really feel like Donatello, when he was hiding, when he was doing the pointed stick thing, when he was acting like the little doll, when the foot soldier pushed him and he pushed back and he poked him in the eye and he grabbed the thing and whacked him with the thing, I feel like that doll thing going back and forth. I'm like, oh, damn it. Isn't it? It isn't, unfortunately. I wanted more. In 11 years, have I ever fully complained about a story beat? Like, really? Like, oh my god, have I ever been let down? No. I think IDW can give me this one. Where it's like, I'm like, I wanted more! Like,
they look too cool.
They look too cool to just be numbskulls from Null using whatever tech to dress up as turtles with white masks. Damn it. Anyway, so they attack Baxter at the State of the City address. Donnie calls April and Mona, calls Jenny, calls everybody. He can't get a hold of anybody.
Some dude in a chair, he is. It's not his fault. They're everywhere.
Yeah, they're everywhere. Dudes in chairs, we are everywhere. That's right. So, Jenny gets lettuce thrown at her. Oh boy. And it is it's mayhem. It's mutant mayhem.
Boo.
What? It was right there. Like, and I will say, and we're not going to get too far off on this because we'll probably do our own episode on it at some point. I know my buddy Optimus Solo and my other buddy, the Comic Concierge, Dan Clark, on their show, they did do a whole Turtles movie marathon month thing on the Cinema Geeks, and they did cover the new TMNT Mutant Mayhem movie. I think I saw it. I don't remember if I saw it or not. All as I know is it's not for me, and that's okay. I'm glad that it's there. Yes, the new movie.
Oh man,
the new animated movie.
Yep.
No, I'm absolutely. Yep. Well, you've got two boys. You've got two young boys. That's my point. Is that me as a 45-year-old who does not have children? It's not for me, and that's okay.
Which is interesting. I could hear you saying that about the newish cartoon, Rise of the Turtles.
Same thing.
The last episode of that, there's like a TV movie or something. Really good. Really, really good.
Yeah.
But the Mutant Mayhem, there's there's enough of those kind of adult jokes that are hidden in plain sight that make it fun. But no, I did enjoy it.
Like I said, I think I saw it. I don't remember because I can barely remember yesterday. But it's one of those things where because they actually casted teenagers to do the voices, they want this to be the next generation. I am perfectly. There's so much turtle stuff for me. Like, there's so many other turtle things. Like, I don't need to have every new thing be mine. I'm okay with that in the franchise. Like,
the cartoon that they released, it's kind of part 1.5 of the movies.
Yeah.
No, there's an animated one that's based on the turtles from this new movie.
Okay.
And it's maybe 10 episodes long. That's pretty fun as well.
Okay, very cool.
But it's interesting for me to kind of think, like, would that resonate for me as well as it did if I didn't have kids? The animation style it made me feel like Spider-Man. It was just it exists in a way that it could not work any other way. That movie had to be experienced like that.
Yep.
And so it's a spectacle.
Yep. Getting back to the comic here, we were seeing that Jenny needs backup. Angel is at Harold's lab working on her suit, and she gets an alarm as some weird new explosive energy source is like basically incoming. Basically practically destroys her, pretty much. For half a second I thought that was Splinter. That's not Splinter. But it looks like him a little bit.
They're weird mutants.
Yeah,
but that red glowing eye and the dog form, character reminds me of, I think it's Verminator X from the Archie run. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be, but it definitely gave me that kind of vibe.
Yeah, absolutely. So we got some weird new evil mutants here who attack Angel, and that's how we end this one. We get a nice...
Oh, man. And around this era, you're looking at... sorry, Mike is sharing a screen, and I'm seeing the next cover. Eastman and Sophie Campbell have hooked up to do the variant covers for the next couple of issues, I think through 150. They are amazing.
Yeah, this is good.
It's Eastman's pencils and Sophie inking, and she can just do amazing things with Eastman's pencils. I like Kevin Eastman's art. It is what it is, and it references the old, or kind of call back to the old series. It does look flat. It's very kind of graphic and poster-like, but what Sophie does with his pencils and whoever did the coloring, I guess Sophie probably did the coloring too. They're awesome. And I broke my rule and went out of my way to find a lot of the variants and the regular covers.
I think my biggest problem, and again, folks, this is just my own personal thing. I would love for us to interview Kevin at one of these days, but my biggest issue with enjoying his art, and we talked about this with I think it was issue 100 maybe, because there was one issue where they went back and did a whole set of pages where it was the old style.
Yeah, he did a
yeah. So my whole problem with most of his covers, outside of a few of them, is that they are all, like you said, they're all flat, they're all this, they're all that, and most of the time he's doing his own colors. It's not other people doing the colors or things like that. Because this is Donnie and Sari. I like this. This looks really, really good. I almost thought it was Ronda. If I didn't see Sophie's name up there, I would have almost thought it was Ronda's colors, but no, I like that. Looks really good. That's actually the alternate to whatever, 133, probably. And this is the next one by Fero Pe with the Uthram, and the Uthram is playing with some action figures of Donnie and Sari. Oh, that's creepy. Brains should not have teeth, folks. Just saying. We got Mona on the radio. Hey, I have a new microphone arm just like that, sort of, kind of, not really, but similar, very, very similar. Hey out there, Mutant Town, Mona Lisa here with a special evening update, because things are bananas out there right now. The attack on Mayor Stockman has kicked off the worst unrest Mutant Town has seen since the Mutanimals were running things. Oh wow. Has it been that long? Man Ray was right. I stand with the Splinter Clan. Turtles are innocent. Mutant kind must unite. I love this one. Cross out heart. Because that's Raph. But Raph's not around, but that's cool. I love that. This is very cool. You've got folks who believe the 4 white masked turtles are heroes, brave enough to finally stick it to Stockman. And people who believe it's all just a tactic orchestrated by the powers that be to divide us. I love how I love this page. I love how they did this, where you start with her in her broadcast booth, and then you go out and you see the people and how she's reporting over the radio. I love radio broadcasts like that. I love seeing how, this is so cool. So very, very cool. Or Jenny. I had to trash the soup kitchen. Damn it. Okay. I don't know if it's because she's got the constable gear on, but you put a red bandana on her. That's Raph. Only because of the damn it. Only because of the damn it, though. We got the mutants talking here. Hey, there she is. You don't belong here. No, I'm trying to keep you guys safe. She runs away from them. She hides in the alleyway there from them. I am not cut out for this. Oh, Jay, what are you doing here? Hiding. Same as you. And I remember Jay. I like Jay. I don't like this guy. He got shifty
he's
eyes.
One of those guys that was with that glowy eye dog.
I already knew. As soon as, Jay, I know. I remember Jay. Jay's cool. This dude got, before his eye even glows, his left eye that glows red, I think. Hell no. Hell no. Get your shifty eyes out of here, you. And here we go, folks. I'm going to try my best, but I don't know if I can keep it together here. So the turtles who attacked Stockman could simply be other turtles, since there were other turtle mutants created by the M-Bomb, like Lita and Toka. So it's perfectly plausible. And the Mutant Town public knows who we are and our personal weapons. The fact that there are 4 Hamato brothers, that's not a secret, so someone could considerably imitate us, perhaps to frame us. It also seems like it couldn't possibly be a coincidence that we just dealt with Dr. Barlow and his surgically altered mutant hybrids. So as Donnie is basically suiting up in the old gear, he's telling this all to Siri, Lita, and Carmen. He's very overwhelmed. And okay, I got a question for you. So this panel here, before he says he's overwhelmed, where Carmen says, where she asks him if he's okay. All right, now the way that this is drawn, and I don't think this is me just zooming in on it, and I'm not trying to zoom in too far, but if you were to look at this just like this as a regular comic book page in your hand. And I don't know how good or bad your eyesight is, but I'm legally blind. So I need to zoom in on it. But if I was looking at this page would be, if I had a physical comic book here, it would be 2 inches away from my face. So I would see the detail. So I'm gonna zoom in on this. Do you think the drawing here of Donatello, this is his skin, obviously. I know his shell is different because it's a metal shell. not complaining. I'm just asking a question. Do you think this looks as good or better than a turtle with a... Like, I gotta see if I can catch one of the other brothers, or I gotta catch Jenica or somebody from an angle of them facing... of their shell facing the camera to see if I can compare it. But it just... Does this look too pixelated to you? Because, like... this doesn't look pixelated to me.
The artist is using a tone pack.
Okay.
So a brush in whatever digital program, and it looks like there's 2 layers of them. Donnie's... There's the light skin of Donnie, and then there's the darker flesh tone, but then there's one screen of these light-colored dots that make a medium tone, and then there's a second screen of darker dots to make a deep shadow. And so it's the same, but it's the same texture from the shell to the arm. It's really easy to see the dots on the shadows behind Carmen because it's on a lighter color.
Yeah. No. I know, but
that's everywhere.
And
there's no detail.
But he's the only one that has the
metal shell.
Yes. Yeah. Technically, he's the only one that has metal shell. But I don't notice this as far as we're zoomed in. How far are we zoomed in here? I'm zoomed in 110% on this page. I see this a little bit in Siri's face here and neck, but I don't see it on her arm. I don't really see... I see it on Lita's pants here. I see it on... But Donnie specifically, even zoomed out, I can see it on him. And I'm legally blind, and I zoomed out to 35% of the page. So this is only... Again, I'm not complaining. I'm just asking an art question is all. Do you think it was intentionally done to show his metal shell overall versus a turtle that would have an actual regular real turtle shell? That's the whole point of all of this.
I've flipped through the book, and it looks like even natural shells are shaded the same way when there's a dark shadow on them. I think it's just really apparent there because Donnie's in shadow or lit from the front, and we're looking at his back, so everything got shaded.
Again,
not a complaint. It looks like they're all the same.
And I mean, even down here, seeing them, it's the same trick. It's fine. Yep. Again, I'm not complaining about the art choice. I'm not complaining about the art design. I just was curious to see if this was because the dude has a metal shell, if the artist was trying to distinguish, other than, coloring the damn thing bright silver and making his shell look like the color of the silver of, what's the character? Oroko Saki's son. The new Shredder. The new...
Hiroto?
You know who I'm... Yes. That color silver. I mean... That would be he's got a metal shell. This to me looks like, it's just a green shell. It you couldn't even tell it was metal unless you hit it. But
I see the screw holes, and that's about the only thing that differentiates. It's the same color in most other panels as the rest of the turtles.
And now, see, you mentioned the screw holes. Now I'm looking at the screw holes to see what kind of screws they are. Boy, somebody got a Phillips or a flathead. You're screwed, Donnie.
Nobody uses flathead screws anymore. What monster put that shell on? It was Harold.
That's right. Harold the monster. All right. So Donnie's getting ready to go out there. And so they say their goodbyes.
They're locking up the fortress behind them because somebody's going to get in.
Yep.
Supposed to watch
somebody
the door.
always. Yep. Somebody always gets in. He puts Siri in the chair in charge of all the comms and the stuff and the whatever. You get Carmen, Lita, and Pepperoni there as well. And he goes out and he does him some investigating. And we go back to Venus. I do love the way that this is shot. I do think this is cool. The telepathic head thing between Venus and Donatello. She does say that she wishes she could help him, but things are difficult at the moment, so there's that. Venus, I was just thinking about you. I know Bludgeon and I sensed something. Bludgeon? Where are you, Venus? Please don't say you're with Foot. No, I'm not. Liar.
Liar.
You liar. Liar, liar, Venus on fire. I mean, it is closer to the sun, so it could be on fire. You never know. And Donatello says, well, okay, but you say you wished you could help me, so why can't you? I just can't. All right, forget it. I don't need you. He says that after they disconnect their telepathic whatever. Telepathetic, whatever. We cut back to Jenny and the mutants, and Jenny goes to the apartment complex where Sheena is, and she says to Jay and the evil fox mutant thing, wait here, I'll be right back. She yells for Sheena, uh-oh, that cop is here. I'm
not a cop. Oh, fine.
Fine. Everybody out! Everybody out. Hey, leave her alone. You can't stay locked in here and ignore what's going on out there. And it's this hungry hippo-looking dude attacking Sheena. Sorry. Hey, it's no. I'm mixing up my company. Oh, have you heard what Hasbro's doing? This is a side note, folks.
I've heard a lot of things Hasbro's doing toy fairs this weekend.
It's this week. Well, by the time people will hear this,
by the time they record it, they'll know everything.
Yeah. This came out at the end of last year. It's part of their new play to win strategy. Hasbro's going to be licensing out some Transformers stuff to Playmates.
And
I'm like, wait, what?
God. Is that what? Well, didn't they do that before for like the Rescue Bots lines? Wasn't that a Playmates?
I think, but I don't remember. I don't have all the correct information in front of me to tell you factually stuff. Let's get back to the Turtles here. So Donnie runs in, rescues Angel, bandages her up, gets her out of there, sees a dismembered arm. What is this? But he sees that it's a Terminator arm. I'm sorry. I had to. It's dude, it feel it. God, I have so many references running around in my head. Have you seen the old Bugs Bunny Frankenstein cartoon with Gossamer where he's chasing it? Okay, this is a long time ago. There's one of the Bugs Bunny cartoons where they're running around, and then there's this female robotic wind-up rabbit that keeps interrupting them. And at one point or another, Bugs is like, she's wound up and she's coming up to him and she plants a kiss on Bugs's cheek and he goes, so it's mechanical. So what? First thing I thought of when I see robot parts, it's either Terminator or Bugs Bunny. Wait a second. What is this? He picks up the arm.
I'm sure he recognizes that that's Utrom tech.
Yeah, I know this tech. Utroms, they have to be after Siri. Yep, he directly says it. The Triceraton girl? Like, they know everything, and he gets out, or she gives him the grav generator, and he goes Utrom hunting. Jenny is basically, kicking the walrus in the chest and get out and okay, baby. Are you okay, babe? How about you come stay at the lair for a bit? We got room. She looks back at her broken up stuff. Okay. They're back. And it's Jenny and Jay and Sheena and the trader. Now see this corner here? So, as we see this bottom panel, folks, that you're not seeing as we're looking through talking about this comic, the evil mutant people, and then our good guys. To the right of that is the stairs where the mailboxes are. This corner here, I swear that's not okay. That's just a broken piece of wall, but the way it's shadowed, I'm like, wouldn't it be nice if a mouser just jumped right out of it? But it's just a broken piece of wall. I know it's not an actual place where something could jump out of, but like, yeah. So we get that. We get Hug Old Bandit. I thought we were cool now. Nope. Still haven't forgotten when you broke my bill. It's nothing personal, Jenica. This just isn't your turf anymore. That's Constable Jenica.
It's a police brutality.
That's right. Pawn Brack Balk. Sorry I'm late, Jenny. Who's sorry there?
Oh, who is the babe?
Yep, pretty much. Oh, God. Class is paid 101. 101. Your instructor is Casey Jones. Better late than never, right?
Yeah, I like my classic Casey. With cricket bat.
You gotta understand crumpet. You gotta know crumpet to understand cricket. Oh, God. Yeah, no, classic Casey is awesome. Oh, Casey, that was awesome. Thought you might not show up. We're kind of short-staffed, huh? I hope he's back in the... I know Casey's going through stuff, but, from the last trade to this, I hope we're back. If he needs whatever mental health help that he needs, fine, great, get help, Casey, but this sure did seem like you said, classic Casey.
Mm-hmm.
He says, things are getting pretty hairy outside the wall, too. Right now, let's just focus on getting you guys to the bunker, where it'll be safe, and at least until we can figure this all out.
Meanwhile, the stone-eyed fox is still hanging out.
Oh, that traitor. Yep, he's still hanging out. Donnie gets home and yells at Siri, and he doesn't yell at her, but he yells her name. Oh, you're safe. Phew. I'm doing my job. Good work, Siri. Thanks. I was worried. Colonel Shrell has ordered my death. I understand, and I must take extra care to stay hidden. Exactly. The Utrons will find you eventually, Siri, but I'm going to protect you. So we get that. Donnie's back on comms, and Jenica's like, where have you been, Donnie? He goes, sorry about that, Jen. Had to check on Angel, but she's okay. Thanks for helping out, Casey. No problem, man. Just doing my part. I love seeing all these characters work together. This is so good.
It must be... And I looked at the list of all of those editors at the beginning and was a little critical of how many editors it take to do a book, but then, at this point in the book, you're realizing, oh man, they're juggling 3 different titles, and there's all of these characters, and the timing needs to work out, and they need to come back at the right time into the story. So yeah, that's why it takes an army to fight a war in a comic book.
Absolutely, takes an army. Absolutely. Hey, at least we got the general back in charge.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If Bobby were doing the book now, he'd have done it all by himself. He's a
oh, wait a minute here. So Donnie's back at the wheel. Donnie says, Lita, can you help me move some things in here from my lab? I need to do some experiments. I don't want to leave the comms again. Lita says, okay. Carmen, that's Carmen. Okay. You gonna experiment with this thing? Careful, that's an anti-grav gauntlet, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it yet. we have Donatello about to do some ninjutsu with his little gem here. So he's going to practice that. We go back to Jenica, Sheena, and all of them, and this is where we see the fox dude with the Terminator eye. Nope, that's not going to end well.
Another beautiful. Is that? Yep, Eastman
Eastman and Sophie. Yep.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, so good. So good. And this is the next one. This is Fero Pe with Honey and Angel on this Oh, this reminds me of
yeah. I went and looked at that.
What?
I went and looked at the original issue when I saw this cover. I'm like, wait, didn't they already do this?
Issue 34, right?
Man, if you know that off the top of your head, that's impressive, but I'll take your word.
We're going to create an edit point right here, folks, and I'm going to go look because I want to make sure.
Well, you say, oh yeah, that's issue 34, and I'm looking at the issue I just put face down on the stack over there that I just finished reading with you, and I don't remember what's on the cover of that.
We join our turtles in progress, as was previously stated. Apparently, I have really great memory when it comes to comic book covers, folks. So, issue 135 of TMNT Reborn. This is volume 7, Isolation. This is issue 135 that we're starting here. On the cover is Johnny and Angel, and it looks like something is targeting them. And before that impromptu break, I had said to you, Mr. Joe Reed, sir, I'm like, wait, this reminds me of a cover they did way back when. And literally, when I say way back when, folks, I'm talking like issue 34. Issue 34 was May of 2014. That was 11 years ago.
Okay, it's not even that you remembered the cover, because I remembered two covers that were similar, but you knew the issue number. That's the crazy part.
Yeah. So issue 34, this was right at the start, or it was right at the start of, it was the tail end. It was the next arc. It was right after Northampton. It was the second issue of the next new arc. This was the arc leading up to Shredder and Krang meeting for the first time in issue 37 in August of 2014. And the only reason why I know that information off the top of my head is, number one, 37 in a row, but I'm actually looking at the webpage where it says August of 2014 and wherever, and has all the covers on it. But it's one of those things where that was obviously a landmark thing of Shredder and Krang meeting. But you had mentioned issue number 6 of the thing, where it was the Destroy, which was, I believe, was this Mousers or Metalhead?
It's so early, it has to be Mousers.
Okay. I do not remember that far back. I mean, I remember that far back.
Either. I'd have to check, but
yeah.
Another red cover with turtles on the cover, and this is... but yeah, definitely both of those covers kind of got a little callback here, or gave us a flashback at least.
So looking... Go ahead.
Nope, that was it.
Okay.
Covers gave us a flashback. That was that.
Oh, okay. So just briefly, since I'm on the page anyway, looking at the cool thing about Comic Vine is I can find covers for almost anything that I need to find. And if you actually click on said cover, it will take you to the page for that said issue and any variant covers. And sometimes usually IDW does 3 variant covers in general, but sometimes with certain issues they'll do more. But they also give you all the other information as far as like the creative team and the synopsis or the description, etc., etc., etc. And for issue 6, it was a new year, and the TMNT and Master Splinter look to the future, even as they struggle to come to grips with past mysteries. Meanwhile, General Krang grows increasingly impatient with Baxter Stockman, who is prepared to unleash a horrific new weapon. Yeah, it was the Mousers. The only thing they have not done to Baxter Stockman in all these years later, folks, is they have not turned him into a fly yet. They've done everything else. So yeah, it was the Mousers. Absolutely. Was the Mousers. Alrighty then, though. We have, as Joe said, the next chapter in the Isolation trade paperback, Volume 7 of TMNT Reborn. We start with the inventor. We start with Mr. Donatello.
Who's been carrying this book on his back. No wonder his shell is sore.
Yeah.
All the other turtles are off in their own series for a little bit here.
Well, I wouldn't say he was carrying the entire book on his back. I mean,
he's the guy in the chair. He totally he's helping everybody.
That's true, but come on now.
No, and so Donnie, it looks like he's trying to hook up one of the little crystals that they made on their Vision Quest with Orokosaki to Harold's anti-gravity gauntlet. And if I were him, you're given this relic of mystical energy, and he's over here taking shavings off of it and picking it apart. I'm like, I'd be a little afraid to do that. I
mean,
but it's Donnie. He knows what he's doing.
I don't even know if he knows what he's doing here, but it's Donatello, and not only
wise men say the only difference between science and screwing around is writing down what you learn. So Donnie's definitely doing science.
Yes. Well, you said it better than I was going to say, and I was going to say it's Donnie, man. Yes, he has a new appreciation for the mysticism of it all, but it's Donatello. He does machines,
Oh yeah, and this is a really interesting thing. Later in the book, they drop some stuff that kind of made me go, wait a minute. But Donnie is of the mind that magic is just sufficiently advanced technology that you can't explain it anymore because we don't have the words for it. So he's determined that if he does enough experimenting and if he pokes and prods at it, that eventually he'll understand it and then it'll become science.
Yeah, it becomes science, and he can have words for it, like the evoke, revoke.
Magic, it's mystical energy. And later in the book, they do an interesting job of explaining it in a scientific way, which I thought was fun. We'll get there.
Yep. And Donnie is... I would say all four of the Turtle Brothers are like this, but you look at the stern look on his... And he's giving Siri a stern look in this panel, but he's not upset at her. It's a determined, stern look. Mm-hmm. I won't let anything happen to you, Regenta Siri. I won't let anything happen to anyone. Think about... God damn it. Why is it every time we do one of these episodes of this podcast for this specific series, I constantly break down, especially with Donnie. You think about what he's been through throughout this whole damn series.
Mm-hmm.
But, like the determination of this friggin' turtle man, this is why not just this specific version of him, but in all versions, Donnie will always be to quote Jack Palance from Batman 89, my number one guy. Well, always why Donnie is my number one, Mikey's my number two, and then Raph and Leo kind of take, three. Leo, honestly, most of the time will end up in fourth place because Leo, I don't know, nobody likes the oldest brother bossing everybody around, right? Like,
yeah, I don't. Leo is my favorite, and I think it's just because back in the day he had Blue and he was the sword guy. But as I've gotten older, the leader, the stoic character, and kind of, in other words, the boring, predictable character has become my favorite in just about every one of the possible worlds where there's archetypes in charge or of a series. Yeah. The boring leader, the Boy Scout's mine. Superman. Hard to do anything with because he's always, moral and in the right. He doesn't struggle with anything like the other superheroes do.
Not unless he's going to, yeah,
stoic.
And I mean, Leo has his moments.
And they've done a real good job making a Boy Scout interesting.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. No, and you take the original things that David Wise did with those four brothers. David Wise has been gone a number of years now, folks. I believe he passed in 2010. David Wise was one of the original writers on the original cartoon. And look, no disrespect to Mr. Eastman and Mr. Laird, who created the characters, but Leonardo leads, Donatello does machines, Raph is rude but crude, whatever, Michelangelo's a party dude. Like, you take those bases of those four examples of characteristics and then you expand on them. And IDW, as always, in every episode, you guys are probably sick of hearing us say it, but we're going to say it every friggin' time. Whoops, I forgot to turn my thing off here.
It's important to note David Wise's contribution. And when you get around someday to reading the Mirage series, they are not unique characters for a while. They don't start to differentiate themselves until, I don't know, 10 issues, 12 issues into the book, really. And I think, and David Wise, took the seeds that were beginning to get laid down in those early issues and then turned them into the archetypes, which, I mean, kids need archetypes when you're watching something like that. And yeah, that's really good. I have underestimated his contribution, which now I need to rethink that. And
yep, absolutely. Oh, oops! You have the books in front of you, right?
Yep.
Or do you? Okay. I was going to say I forgot to do screen share this time around, but yeah. So Sheena and Lita show up, and along with Jay and the Trader. And Carmen's like, I guess we're locked down now, so you guys got just in time. Nobody in or out. Bad guys could get in, Lita says. Is this everyone who's down here? Nah, there's Donatello and Siri too, but they're busy in Donnie's lab. Don't forget Pepperoni and Clunk. I guess Clunk is the cat.
They name dropped him.
Yeah, I know, but I don't remember. I don't know. I remember. I thought Clunk. I know I'm confusing this with the 2012 series because that's where this reference I'm going to make comes from. I thought Clunk was the ice cream kitty, but the ice cream kitty is from the 2012 series, I think.
Yeah, and I don't know that they ever called ice cream kitty Clunk. I don't remember.
No, I don't think so.
Showed up, but
no. I think the first time Clunk ever shows up is in Northampton. Because it was when they were up there.
It was a barn cat.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. So the next few
pages been around since the Mirage days. The Michelangelo issue has him.
Yeah, I just don't remember where Clunk. Yeah. Like I said, I think it was Northampton, but I could completely look, folks. I can remember issue numbers and covers from 11 years ago. Sometimes on a good day, on a bad day, I can't remember what issue or what story arc the cat came from. The cat could have come from outer space or something. I don't know. He didn't, but I'm pretty sure of that. But again, I could be wrong. So we get a couple of pages of spy dude here trying to stalk Siri and trying to choke her out, and luckily Carmen catches up to them. And oh God, this guy. He goes into the bathroom to whatever. We get back to Jenica fighting who's she fighting here? The kick and punch or whatever their names are. She actually says what their names are. Laurel, Felix, stay down. A cat? It would have been funnier if it was Laurel, Hardy, stay down. Yes, folks, I'm old. I make old jokes. Sorry. And then backup arrives. Hey, Jenny, where you been? Around. Oh, man, the two of them back in action together? Ooh, that's awesome.
Good old Alopex. I actually have that action figure. I picked
nice.
Recently.
Very cool, very cool. Very awesome, very awesome.
But then she says, Jenica says, hey, listen, about the Shredder stuff, I don't care. I don't want to talk about it.
Nope, she don't want to talk about it. Okay, nope. Let's handle the ass clowns again. Absolutely. We get back to Donnie. He is working feverishly. What the? And this is where he figures out the mysticism of the pen to the paper, or the pencil to the paper, with the mysticism and the writing and the whatever. And as I was reading this 2-3 page, okay, not so from. I want to make sure I get this page number right. So when we get back to his lab, in the trade, folks, in Volume 7, Isolation. Reborn Volume 7 Isolation, page 56. You start on page 56, and I'm just going to go really quickly here.
Okay, Ninja Pizza.
Ninja Pizza?
Pizza that vanished quickly without trace.
56 to 59. These 3 pages, minus the little vignette with Alopex and Jenica where Donnie calls them. Because he calls them and says, Jenny, come in. Get to City Hall immediately. On my way. What's up? The doppelgangers are there right now. And they have Sally. So Alopex and Jenica, in an amazing piece of running art and jumping art, are on their way to City Hall. But then we get the next page where Donnie is still tinkering. This is the page where I'm just like, okay. They've turned him into Tony Stark. As soon as I saw this page, I didn't even zoom in on it. I didn't even read the words. As soon as I saw the bottom right-hand corner of the page, I saw the giant green text and saw the giant green shiny stuff, and I saw his hands out, pushing outward towards the sky, and I'm like, they just gave Donatello a Tony Stark moment of when Tony created vibranium. I'm like, you magnificent bastards. This is amazing.
I recognized that posture and that gesture, and that is it. It's where he's taking out the atoms and moving them aside and get rid of this now and then expand it, and he claps and scoots back in his chair with his hands up. So, and Donnie's been doing this. He's kind of creating these Doctor Strange-like runes with the pencil, this crystal joined with the pencil, which is a throwback to an early Mirage issue where Jack Kirby, I don't think they call him Jack Kirby, but it's Jack Kirby with a magic pencil, does some drawing. And then that magic pencil comes back way near the end of the series, I think in the Tales of the Turtles thing. So, like, that, the crystal pencil... crystal powered pencil that brings drawings to life is it's a piece of turtle lore, but he's using it to draw the runes that he hasn't been able to figure out, and now he can see how all of it is happening, and it looks like he can control space and time with his magic runes and energy that he can't explain yet.
No Infinity Gauntlet needed, Tony. Stones. What for we need your stones for? We get back to Jenica and Alopex. They are in the city hall, the jail area where these imposters are. Another step towards mutant victory. Behind the cage. Quiet, you. Join us, Mutant Town. Man Ray will lead the mutanimals to power. We're not fooling any. Ninja Star, this whole thing is fake. Bunch of posers. And she stomps right on his hand. Oh, God, definitely not my Raph, says Alopex.
No.
What the hell is this all about? Fall back, fall back. And this is where I think it was earlier in this episode I had my rant about these characters.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where I went searching, and I actually pulled it up on the fandom, turtlepedia.fandom.com. These are the Gang of Four from IDW. And the IDW, and yes, folks, I know I'm reading directly from a Wikipedia article. Oh my God, it's the end of the friggin' world, but you guys know how we do things around here. In the IDW continuity, there is a gang of 4 mercenaries who work for the Null Group as an elite soldiers, enhanced with cybernetic implants. They are human-born mutants who can use machines to regulate the mutagen levels in their blood. In their bodies. Yeah, allowing them to shift between human and mutant form at will. Their call signs are Dead Aim, Fist, Lynch, and Waster, with Colonel Fist as commander. In the Jersey Devil,
we've seen them in this issue. I don't think we've seen them. They don't get unmasked so far that I have seen.
No, so far they have appeared. Yeah, so far they have appeared in Armageddon Game 1, TMNT 133, Armageddon Game 2, The Alliance number 1, and Armageddon Game 4, and then Free Comic Book Day 2022. So why do we see them here if they don't? If this is 135, huh? Interesting. Either way, I don't know. But their debut as the Null Turtles was in the Free Comic Book Day 2022 issue that we discussed. Like I said earlier, I wish there was, just like Donatello in TMNT 2, I wish there was more to them than just being a bunch of mercenaries from Null. That's my only complaint about them. I just wish it was a better storyline than just 4 mercenaries dressed up as turtles.
Trying to instill some political strife with the mutant town. I think giving Baxter a reason to just shut down and come down on mutant town militaristically.
Yeah.
And Null is facilitating that.
Yep. And as the 4 disguised mercenaries, as the 4 white turtles, quote unquote, go deeper into the headquarters here, we come up with Raph and Hob. Where do you think you're going? With oh God, I can't. Okay, I know what they're called.
The weasels.
No. Yeah. I know. But I know. But like, where do you think you're going? I know it's Raph and it's Hob, and they're with. And my first thought was, babies. You turn them into babies. First Shredder, now Hob, Alopex? Well, and Alopex isn't having any of it. She's done. I am so done with all of this. But I first of all, Raph is back in red. No more Constable Raph. And I like how Jenny, I don't know if I mentioned this before or when Jenny took over as constable, I like how she didn't change her bandana. She just put on the quote unquote police gear or the SWAT gear or whatever you want to call it. Like, she didn't have to change. I understand why Raph did, and that's fine. But yeah, no, Alapex isn't having any of this. So Alapex runs off. We get back to the TV room with Carmen and Jay and the trader. We get Siri, we get Sheena, we get Pepperoni and Lita. They're all playing video games, and Pepperoni walks off, and Siri's like, "Pepperoni, come back, Pepperoni!" And she goes. Oh, the trader dude actually does try to get Siri here.
Yep.
And he grabs her by the throat, and Pepperoni leaps up and attacks him. She basically bites him right in the neck, practically. And he bites her back. And, oh, man, Pepperoni. Oh, no.
Oh. One of the I called one of the weasels Pepperoni, but no, that's
no. Yeah, no. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Man, it's a good thing Raph isn't there because, that guy would have been. I know turtles are not supposed to kill, but that guy would have been really freaking hurt. So Lita runs go get Donnie.
Uncle Donnie.
Yeah. Okay, how the hell do you do that? You did that in one of the other records, and I'm like, what girl joined the podcast?
I practiced every day from when my voice actually sounded like that, and if you keep that muscle, it never goes away. I freak people out.
Yeah, you freaked me out in the editing in one of the other episodes. I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell?
I invited my wife to the podcast. She loves turtles.
I'm sure. I'm sure she does.
She sounds just like this, too. This is my wife's voice. I mean, yes, anyway.
You lying son of a bitch. So, yeah, we get the wolf cat or wolf, whatever he is, and he's about ready to kill Siri, and yeah.
Oh, man, and then when they pan to Donnie, he's responding to a problem that Angel's having.
Yep.
And like, oh, we got a problem here. Like, I got a problem here too.
I got a Outram problem here. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, hold on, Angel. Uncle Donnie. Die. And yeah. There's Uncle Donnie there. Hey! Get away from my friends. And he fires the thing, and then it doesn't exactly go very well because it doesn't work, and Donnie gets hit real bad. Stupid Colin. Why didn't it work? What did I do wrong? Oh, geez, Sensei, are you okay? So they go old school.
Yeah.
And
Donnie handles it quite effectively.
Literally. Like, oh,
hey,
man.
Donnie, you knew that was a robot before you did that to that guy, right?
Yeah.
You knew that was a robot, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he can see the glowing red stuff coming out of his mouth, so I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna hope he did. Yeah, I knew it was a robot.
Yeah. Okay, so I understand why this page is the way this page is, but I really wanted a bigger splash page because I wanted him to insert the stick and pole vault over this guy. Basically, stick in mouth, pole vault over him. That is what I envisioned when he started doing this. I'm like, oh crap, this page isn't big enough. So, yeah. But, what the hell was that, Sensei? Long story, everyone okay? What is he, an evil cyborg? Not exactly, Jay. Don't get so close. It's okay. I think he's going to self-destruct. No, he's worse. Yes, he's going to terminate. That would be an Utrom.
That would end my day. That would be a terrible time for this issue to end. And if I were reading that in the car,
yeah. If you were reading that in the car alone in front of the comic shop, no, lock your doors.
I was an Utrom the whole time. What happened? But you get to turn the page.
That's right. I do love the alternate cover. The alternate cover for this has got Jenica and Alapex. Absolutely love that. That looks so badass. So good. And then 136. 136, right? Yeah, 136.
Yep.
It's got Casey and Jenny, and it looks like they are fighting off a swarm of splinters. And the only reason why I say a swarm of splinters is because it's a pipe. Okay. At first, before I zoomed in on it, I was like, that looks like a rat hand and a walking stick. It's a pipe. But yeah, so we start where we left off last month. You are mine. And the Utrom, the Utrom. Yeah, see, I'm sitting here trying to judge myself. Wait, did I use the right terminology? Oh, shit. Krang. Oh, the Utrom.
And it's trying to do both moments in the previous book and this one here are really channeling Alien, like the Utrom bursts out of this thing's chest or back, and then it jumps at Donnie and it tries to face hug him as they're all wrestling it away from him, like, ugh, creepy.
Yeah.
But Jenica, not being a character created by Nickelodeon, is allowed to save the day with her fist claws and sticks it to the wall, and it becomes a smear of blood.
Yes. Schmear. Oh, God, all as I can... And I know this is... get off of him. And you're right, that is very, very whatever. But all as I can think of, and obviously, folks, we know the Boy Scout doesn't kill. But all as I can think of is that moment in, I think it's either Twilight Part 2 of Justice League, or maybe it was it Justice League, or was it Superman? There's a scene, no, it's Justice League, because it's George Newbern as voicing Superman, it's not Tim Daly, where he goes, no, Darkseid, the only way you're gonna be able to get off this rock is to go through me. And I'm not going to stop until you're a greasy smear on my fist. That's exact. I heard George, even though this is Jenica's moment, just seeing this, oh man, just so cool. So amazingly cool. And she just flips him, splats him against the wall. Crap, it's still alive. Not for long, for the herd. And Siri basically stomps out the Utrom Krang lookalike brain thing. Everyone? What was that noise?
That was...
Yeah. Jenny, you got here just in time. Everybody okay? Yeah, thanks, Jenny. That Utrom almost had me. He was trying to force me to swallow it and become its host. Ugh. So nasty. Angel said there were at least 5 of these guys, which reminds me, I need to contact her and... Wait, Jenny, did you relock the bunker hatch when you came in? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. We're in trouble. Oh, boy. Damn it. Sheena, get everyone to the sewer access now. and don't let anyone in. We can't let these guys reach the sewer access door no matter what. And it's an all-out brawl. Oh God, they all have red mouths, so they're all robots.
Yeah, they're all those weird robots.
Yep. So they're all robots. Yeah, all Utrom robots, which means everybody dies. Because robots
means we can use our weapons, guys.
That's right. Use the weapons. Ooh, that one. So the in the next panel here, when you have Siri saying, "I know I must be kept safe." So that panel there's the art page right under it where it's Donnie and Jenica showing against the Terminator, looking mutants here. The guy in the middle, I'm like, wow, that almost looked like Old Hob mixed with T2. It's not, but it looks like kind of a little bit. So they'll still keep coming after us. We need to cut them off at the source or whatever. I don't want to use your...
Yeah, just getting shoved down the stairs, decimated, shot at. Like, okay, it's gonna get to a matter of survival. You're feeling, what is it, last stand kind of feeling I'm getting.
Very much last stand. Why don't we just use your gauntlet thingy? Nope, not working yet. Who knows? You gotta unlock your power, Donnie. Come on, Donnie, you got this.
And I don't remember these rules about, like, they can only use their magic when nobody's looking.
I don't even know anything about that. So
yep, I don't remember Shredder mentioning that, but I know that there are more issues in between that we're missing.
Yeah,
maybe that comes up, but the gauntlet was supposed to be Donnie being able to bypass that so he could use it anytime. But
yep,
we'll see what happens. They're barricading themselves into a corner.
Pretty much.
So scary.
Yep. And Siri says that she will fight. Donnie does the Retsu time and space and time. He gets the thing activated. And yeah. Stop. Well, he stops time, all right. He stops everybody. Literally. He stops everybody besides him and Carmen. So he and Carmen, we get to the future. Carmen, join me next Saturday night. We're going back to the future. Oh, God.
We're going to find out why Carmen is so important someday.
So one of these days, yeah. And she says in the future, if I remember right, this guy makes the big monster thing show up. I don't even want to know what the big monster thing is. Like, I know we see it. We're looking at it right now, but I don't really want
It's a Langolier! Shh!
Oh, boy. And we get back to Burnout Island. Why didn't we know that these turtles had some kind of quantum energy abilities?
If we need something to sound scientific and we don't know what it is, just call it quantum.
Yep. Exactly. So this is an interesting page here to me as the Utroms are talking about unidentified objects. Incoming bogey, sir, approaching at high rate of speed. ETA 26 minutes. Identification? Negative, sir. Could it be the Regenta and those turtles launching preemptive strike? I don't believe so, sir. It's one object with both organic and inorganic components. It's him.
He knows.
Leave, Montoro, with me. We'll meet our visitor with full force. Yep. East Metalhead Krang.
I didn't see that coming.
I didn't see that coming either, but as I alluded to earlier, going back to the past of issue 37 of Shredder and Krang's first meeting, it would not be an end run to the finale of this era of the book without another quote-unquote Shredder and Krang meeting again, even though technically Shirel in this is not technically Shredder, obviously. But, yeah. Metalhead Krang shows up, and Shirel, where are you? Right here, General Krang. And, so it's Shirel in his Triceraton body versus Metalhead Krang. What is the meaning of this? Triceraton host? Disgusting. Look at yourselves. You seem jealous that you never thought of it. And literally...
your house, Colonel.
Exactly. And literally, I just looked at the old issue cover of 37. So issue 37 of the series has Shredder on the left and Krang in his original body, or what's his name? It's General Krang on the right with the Technodrome in the background. And this very image has Krang on the left and Shrell on the right. That's amazing, and they're both in bodysuits. That's hilarious. That's amazing. Shut your mouth, Colonel. Now call off your forces. There is much bigger plan at play, and I'm in charge here. Not anymore, Krang. Stand down, soldiers. That's an order. They only take their orders from me. You always did put your self-destructive pride before the greater picture, Shrell, just like with my father. I, General Krang, am your commanding officer. God.
Yeah, are you though?
They are like, just, God, these brains in their stuff. Say what you will about Quainen, your own father, but he was right about you. You have never been a true leader of the Utram people, and you never will be, and the fight continues. God, that was not where I was expecting this to go.
Nope. That's a nice little wrench for Sherelle to slow him down from bothering our boys.
Absolutely. Very, very well done. Absolutely. So we get to the next issue. We start with Jenica and Siri. And let's see here. Jenica, the hell is this? A portal? Was this supposed to happen? What did you do, Donnie? What did Donnie do? Like that's the better question, Jenica. What didn't Donnie do? Oh crap, Don. What the hell happened? I traveled to the future and saw myself, and Donnie, look at me. I think you just froze time. Look at Siri and Carmen, and you gotta give the magic back, man. Evoke, revoke. So revoke. And time starts. Boom! What was that?
Oh, shoot.
All right. Oh. All right over there?
Yep. That was me responding to, like, another thing dropping out of the sky for the turtles to have to deal with. First, it was the Regenta, then Krang dropped out of the sky for the Utrams, and now whatever this is.
Whatever this is. Did my unrevoked magic go haywire? Let's investigate first. Come on. Oh, that was an actual explosion. Those are Utram ships. I know. Who sent them? Oh, it's not a question. She's making I phrased that in the form of a question, but she's like, I know who sent them. It's Shrell. Oh my God, he's coming for me. And the army, or not that's not the army, that's the EPF, isn't it? I think it's the EPF.
Yeah, they're outside, inside or outside the wall.
Yep.
But now they're fighting the Krang.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're fighting the U-Turtles.
I thought they were fighting the mutants from the top
No,
panel, but
no. They're fighting. No. So the mutants are in the crossfire. That's what it is. And they're fighting the Krang. See, did it again. Donnie, where are you? No, Raph. Oh, well, look who it is.
3 out of 5 turtles back. Getting easier to carry the book all together again.
Stop it. You're okay. Everyone's safe. Yeah, it's good to see you again. Fine, I don't even get a hug. Oh, Raph, you goober. I love when you're mushy. Yeah, well, don't get used to it.
Don't tell anybody.
Yeah, don't tell anybody I was a goober. Siri, no, you need to get back. Blah, blah, blah. No, Shrell wants me. This is all because of me. I think she's right, Donnie. We can't just let her surrender herself to them. The EPF can take care of this. Sherelle, here I am. Face me, coward. Oh boy. That's some fighting words there, little lady. There you are, Regenta. Oh, Triceratops, Sherelle, what have you done?
Oh, yeah, that's like nasty.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, very.
Taking the dead bodies and reanimating them.
Oh, well, it's even worse. Yeah, well, look at...
And yeah, we know what happens in a minute.
Oh, boy. How dare you use the bodies of my people, these warriors, and poor Dr. Zura. They were noble creatures. I thought you would enjoy seeing some familiar faces. Now hand yourself over, or I'll razz this city to the ground. Siri, you don't have to do this. No, I will not surrender, Sherelle. So be it then. Protect Siri with everything you've got it, guys. Take this. For the
She gives him a sigh.
Yep.
Or he gives sigh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he gives
For the herd.
Yeah, he says take this. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, no, I wasn't. No, I thought he was talking to. Okay, Raph is talking to Siri. I thought he was talking to Sherelle. He's like, take this. No, he's take this. He's talking to Siri. That's all. I misinterpreted that. You will die this night, Sherelle. Laser blast and Donnie and his metal shell. Oof. It's a good thing that thing can take a licking and keep on ticking. Look here, folks. I can tell you that I'm old without actually telling you that I'm old by putting a Timex reference into a podcast. Incredible. Sherelle, you killed my mother. Now I will kill you. And a lot of these panels, folks, are just the battle. So there's not... I mean, it's a good battle. Man, the art. Oh, it's so good. So good. The colors, the drawings, the lines on the suits, man. Look at the on the page where he reveals that he's actually his suit is actually her mother's face. It's her mother's body. Like the shadow on his stomach where he actually like that's some good design. That's some really good art design for that character. That is hilariously good. That is so awesome. This just makes Siri even angrier, obviously, using the face of her mother.
Yeah, why anger her like that? You're just gonna power her up.
Yep. Donatello, is it? It seems you have beaten me, but I have a proposal. I'll spare you and your friends if you explain your arcane technology to me. No way. And die. Oh, man. And then the Fantastic Four show up with Mikey. Waiting 2 days to make that joke. Because seriously, like, look at these people. I understand it's the Nova Group or the Nova Corps or whatever it's supposed to be, but like,
I can't remember when they showed up
I
before.
can't either.
They look familiar, like they were Archie characters at some point, but I don't remember when we've read from them.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing these people in this series at all. And
it's probably just because it's been going for 10 years, 15. I lost count.
Yeah, longer.
Yeah. And I don't remember.
Yeah, but like seriously, like I was really hoping Mikey would show up with the neutrinos, but I understand why you have to show up with a Michael Chiklis suited up Ben Grimm the Thing looking character. Like literally, I don't know what other powers the two females and the other male have, but literally, a giant guy in the blue and the yellow, it looks like the Thing. So the team's all here.
Yep.
Some weird aliens, I guess. This has been a long time coming, Sherelle. Kill them all. So we have an even bigger battle as this progresses. And again, between the backgrounds, the foregrounds, the colors, the art, the drawings, the characterizations, all of it looks so amazing. They just do such a great job. And he wasn't even there. He must have been piloting remotely from that's why he was in shadow the whole time.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. He's back at the base somewhere or whatever. And so the only reason we're here is to finally take care of Sherelle and Krang. You're welcome to come with us to find Sherelle. It seems like we want vengeance against him as much as you do. This is the Nova Corps people talking to Siri. So that's essentially what's going to happen is she's going to go with them to find Sherelle. Which is very, very cool, very, very interesting. Siri gives Donatello a very big hug. She talks to Carmen. She talks to Pepperoni, and
Pepperoni's awesome. She knows who matters.
Yes, that's right. Pepperoni and Lita. Goodbye, mighty Pepperoni. Oh, God. We need a Lita and Pepperoni one shot. That's what we need. Goodbye, everyone. I'll see you all again after I've reaped vengeance and freed my people. Good luck, Siri. Bye, Nova Posse. That's what they're called in this, Nova Posse. I kept calling them Nova Corps. I think that's a Marvel
thing.
Yeah,
that's very Marvel, yeah. Nova Corps.
Yeah. Yep. And
on her way to
Ireland,
Siri takes her mom's metal replacement horn and makes it her own.
Yup. And yeah, that's the end of this issue. We get an awesome variant cover with Donnie. Oh man, I'm gonna screw this up. See, Donnie and Casey, I see. This is
and I bet that's probably Cherelle in the top, Siri. I can't see who's behind Casey in this picture.
Casey, I think it's the rest of the Utroms. And then at the bottom is probably Cherelle. The top is, I don't know, maybe General Krang? I don't know.
It's probably Cherelle because he was there attacking Siri.
Yeah. But that was Kevin and Sophie. So Kevin Eastman, Sophie Campbell. Very cool, very
Love
cool. Yep. And now we have the Mystic Brother and Mystic Donatello. I love this cover.
I love the Eastman and Sophie one from 2 issues ago where he's holding his gauntlet up kind of next to his face in it. The way that it's drawn, it looks like the weird gauntlet from the Hellboy movie, the first one.
Yep.
All the clear vials on it, but it's got the green magic.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I love those two working together.
Yep. I think what I love. Okay, so we've 12 years, folks. We're still in the 12th year, 12th. Well, the month of the 12th year, the whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. We're still in March. We're still in Mutant March here. So it's the actual month of the 12th year of the podcast. And we always ask the question in the Origins episodes about what form of comic books do you like the best? Print or digital, vice versa, yada, yada, yada. Whatever. And while I will always love and have a respect for print, I ain't got no room for print. So I got room for some trades and stuff, but even those, not many. Like, I would get the IDW collection volumes for this, but I don't even have turtle trades just because I got a one-bedroom apartment. And unfortunately, half of that's taken up by Funko Pops. But that is a whole other story for a whole other podcast. Point is, what I love about digital is that I can sit here and I can look at what issue number is this, because I have the trade. It doesn't tell me the issue number.
This is 138.
Okay, so we got 2 issues left in this trade. So this is issue 138, Volume 7, TMNT Reborn, Volume 7, Isolation. This is Donatello with his mysticism and everything else. And this is a different... wow. Donatello kind of looking like Batman, because his belt has, like, utility... Like, when did that start happening? He's got utility pouches on his belt.
I wonder, hold on. I have the Santaluco Donatello action figure here. He's full of pouches.
Okay, no, it's just the first time I've noticed it, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But so
it depends on who's drawing them.
Yeah,
I think.
And that's fine.
I like they differentiate.
Yeah,
the turtles more often.
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah, no worries. That's not a big deal. But again, this is done by Fero Pe, and I love Fero's art here because number one, it's Donnie, and number two, it's all purple. And the reason why I love the digital versus the print is because in the digital, I think the print you would not have the purple border. You would just have the actual image of the image. You would not have where it has in the here. Let me just. Screen cap.
Oh man, do I?
Here, hold on. I'm showing you right now. Give me 2 seconds. So the purple border there, I'm assuming generally as a regular comic book issue, you only have you don't have a purple border around it.
Mm-hmm.
You just have the actual image itself, right?
Oh, I see. I wonder with the angled border across the top and bottom, if they're cropping any of that up. Oh, yeah. They cropped that image on yours.
That's fine. I don't have a problem with the cropped image.
You just like the purple?
Yeah, that's the point. Like, I understand why they cropped the image, and I will look at the actual... You said this was issue what? This is issue 138?
138.
Oh, it's not that bad. Oh, wait. Oh, no, that's just his pants. Okay. Well, it's not that bad.
Infernal technical difficulties, and just when the show is getting interesting.
So we looked at several of the individual issues for the books, folks, and when they do the backups for the trades, they crop them a little bit. It's not cropped as bad as I thought it was.
Terrible?
Yeah, it's not terrible.
I mean, more of it is covered up by the title and the publisher mark in the corner.
Yeah, like this to me is more of an art piece, and you actually actively have who the artist is. Like, obviously you have I'll zoom in here. Obviously you have his signature on the image itself with the year in the art itself, but I would love to get this printed. I would love to have this as a frame. This would be cool. This is why I love the trade paperbacks and how IDW does. This is why I love the purple borders and stuff like that and any of them. I mean, we'll see later, but like this one, same thing. Like, you've got I'm not so hot on the green, on the aquamarine green here, and people can't see this, but you can. But Eastman and Sophie with all the characters here on this, same thing. These to me scream, specifically this one's like, ooh, print me out, frame me, put me on your wall.
If I ever see Fero Pe at a convention, I will buy that print.
Hopefully he has it. So we start 138 in Mutant Town, The Wall. I know you don't like Man Ray, but we need his help. Man Ray put us in a cage. I know. Man Ray bad, right, Dada? Right, Dana? Yeah, bad. But, Ray, how you doing over there? Almost done here. Here, too, ahead of schedule. Once I'm done here, the entire perimeter will be set. Nice work. What are they doing? I know what they're doing. But do you know what they're doing? Oh, man, I was not expecting.
I'm trying to... because of where the speech balloons are coming from and the radio communication, I can't tell if Man Ray is trying to blow the wall apart and Hobbs trying to stop him, or if they're working together. Hey, Ray, how you doing? Oh, it looks like they're working together.
They're working together.
Yep. Which is a little different than what it seems like later, but I'll get reminded. We'll work that out.
Yeah.
As we turn the next page, somewhere off camera, Leonardo's back.
Yes.
And so now we're back to full strength. They're all back from their mini-series in other collections, and it's the big battle.
Oh, big battle.
Oh, and even Shredder's back there.
Yep. That's crazy seeing Saki fight with them. It's good, but it's crazy. So crazy. So yeah, we got the big battle between everybody.
Pages like this must be a pain in the neck to draw. All of these characters, different scales, perspective.
Yeah, absolutely. Good shot, Hector. Like, just everything. It must be a pain to draw, but once you've...
And color.
And absolutely. Ronda, we are not worthy. We are not worthy. You know, but once you get the work done and you look at it and you're like, damn, that's amazing. What I am slightly more interested in is what is going on back here. What's all this? I noticed this.
Those are EPF people.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so folks, even though you can't see it, as we're looking at whatever page, this is page 117 of Volume 7, Isolation. Behind some of the inserted panels is the EPF. Yeah, I said that right. The EPF peoples. So yeah, that's that, and
it's the EPA and Walter Peck.
What a prick that Peck guy was. I hated him. Can we just have? Can we just? I know the Statue of Liberty was supposed to be a symbol of positivity, but can we just have her step on him, please? Because that guy, no. I mean, the judge got it with the Scolari brothers, but like Walter Peck, yeah, he needs to go. So we got the goodbyes with sort of, kind of, not really. We almost get the goodbyes with Siri and the Nova posse, but we get some resistance here with some Utroms. Be the prisoners and surrender, and we'll go easy on you. Never. Okay. Zebulon, do it. Pleasure. Whoosh. Boom. Oh boy. And ew. So, baby Utroms. I think my disgust with this page, or this part of this page, is just floating around in green goop. They're just floating around in ooze. Like they're going to be mutated.
I think that's supposed to be mutagen. Yeah. That's where they're... And she just reaches in and grabs one, which... I'm
know.
like, wait a minute.
Don't
continuity.
Don't do that.
No. They're cute, though, aren't they? These babies are innocents.
Yeah, sure they are. Sure they
Churel is
are.
fighting for.
Yep.
Well, they are. The Utroms aren't an evil race
That's
in
true.
this series. It's only because they're only evil because Krang's a dirtbag and Churel is absolutely evil.
Yep. Okay.
There are good Utroms out there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the turtles need an Utrom baby. Raise it right.
No.
We've never seen that angle, I guess is all I'm saying. That's something that they haven't ever had to do.
The Utrom infants are the future. He changed his suit again? God. Changes more suits.
Oh, God.
Changes more suits than Batman. Like, seriously.
Oh, this is the actual suit that he's got. You know, the other one was just
okay.
The practice one. Yeah, right.
Like, but yeah. So, all right, everyone, you're safe. We are here, and they are freeing the Utrom, and they are fighting for the Utrom, and your vengeance isn't going so well. What's the thing Triceratons always say for the pack? No. For the herd. And
I didn't see that coming, and neither did Churel.
Nope.
Theory takes her mother's nose,
the horn, the metal horn,
and stabs Churel with it
right in the eye. Look at that. Oh boy. Well, that's one less villain. Who's going to be the villain now? It's over. And she gets his little comlink thing. This is Siri Triceraton Regenta. Now, and you will be shown mercy. Your leader is dead. Leave now, or face the wrath of the Triceratons. And we cut back to New York. Hey, they're leaving. That's one down.
Yeah, and then the EPF aren't going to let the Krang walk out of New York, and so they're still irritated. And the turtles step up. They don't make a big deal about it, but the turtles step up to defend the retreating Utroms and
absolutely
take out EPF people.
Yeah, man. Wait, I thought he was a ghost. Huh? Wait a minute. What?
Who's saying that? I'm looking.
No. The page where Danica says, "Well, that's one down." The bottom middle of the page. I thought he was a ghost. How? Where she says, "That's it, Mikey." The character in the background. The character's not saying anything. I'm saying. I thought he was.
Shredder. No. He's like in and out of the astral plane.
Okay. He's recorporalized. Okay, got it. What's the mysterious cow doing here?
He's just one of the allies. They're bringing everybody back. I don't know if you guys, you listeners, have necessarily seen this, but Cuddly the Cowlick is a giant cow head. It speaks. It has opinions. And I think in canon here, it is the same Cuddly the Cowlick from the Archie series. Like, he's trans-dimensional and can go... He's met many different groups of turtles. And he will slurp up people, passengers, and take them across time and space. And he's there fighting. And Jenica needs to perform some of her kichikuri, but nobody can look. And so
he
Cuddly shows up.
Yeah.
I hear him sounding like Goofy in my imagination. I can help with that. And he licks her up so she can do her hand gestures.
Yeah. And she is going to show everyone the truth.
Yeah, she's showing everybody the truth in their head, and they're all like, whoa, okay, I get it now.
Yep. And Mikey's like, yes. I don't know what's happening, but it's working. And yeah. So, Ray, come in. You see the weasels anywhere? No, I thought they were with you. It's time to go home now. Can't leave the weasels behind.
I don't know why the weasels thought they had to protect Bob from Ray. That's why. This is why I thought are they working together? Or are they not working together? I can't.
I think Bob and Ray are working together, but I think the weasels think that Ray has some weird agenda. Right, Mushroom? Man Ray bad. Hey, Ray, why did you hit your trigger already?
Uh-oh.
Hey, you guys feel that? Yeah, I think that's Hob. Rumble, 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 rumble. Everyone move! Boom, 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 boom. Mushroom, boom, 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 boom. Damn it. What was that, Raph? You said Hob was up to something. Yeah, he did it. I can't believe it. Boom!
Was he supposed to take down the wall? Did they want... I
thought he was.
Very Hob thing to do. Yep, he pulled it off.
I thought he was supposed to take it down. You did it, man. You okay? What happened? Hey, where's the weasels? They're gone. They were in the blast. I looked. I couldn't find them. Ever since day one, Hob has always been a tragic character. Yeah. Ring, 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 ring. Hey, April. Donnie, I'm sending you what I found out about Null. You need to see it. Uh-oh. More Null shit. Okay, everyone. We still have to do this. Donnie, Mikey, you two take Cuddly to Burnout Island and meet up with the Regenta and the Nova Posse. Oh, boy. Jenny, there's a ton of folks here in Mutant Town who still need help. Can you handle it? On it. And I'll be going with you guys to take care of Null. We will defeat her for certain. Where are you going? There is something else that needs my attention. I've taught you all that I can.
Yeah?
Uh-oh.
Have you?
Have you, though? Like, what? But we'll meet again soon. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Remember me? I'm here to help, okay? Oh. Alopex finds the weasels. Yay! At least they're not dead. Ooh, well, that's that variant cover. That's right. Oh, boy. Here we go. Final issue, folks. 139. Mystic Sister. Not Mystic. Wow! Isolation. But technically also Mystic Sister, because technically that's yeah. So we start in. It's time to end this. Wait, what the hell? What the hell is this, Saki? Where did you bring us? And why? We are hidden from... Go ahead. What?
I think that the last issue we read was the end of that storyline, and this, I feel like, happens before they leave
the Armageddon
their Northampton training.
Okay, yep. Probably.
So it's a bit of a jump, and it's weird, but, here we go.
Yeah, it's a bit of a jump, but we knew that going in. And we knew that when we set up the whole behind-the-scenes thing on the podcast about doing the Armageddon game in between Volume 8 and Volume 9.
Yep.
So
it's going to be a little confusing, but don't stop, readers.
Oh, we'll make it make sense. We always do. So we are hidden from the Rat King while in this thin place, and it is here you must learn one final skill before you face him. But I won't be the one to teach it to you. You won't? Who, pray tell? Kitsune? Explain yourself, Saki. Oh, they pissed.
Uh-huh.
What I like about this is that it's kind of back to form. It's classic Turtles. It's classic Turtles with Saki, even classic with Kitsune. There's nothing, like, as much as I love the Mutant Town stuff, as much as I love all the new characters that we've gotten introduced to over all these years, this final issue for Isolation is the perfect title for this trade, because everybody in all of these issues from 133 to 139 have been isolated in one point or another in this trade paperback. And this is the perfect send-off for the end of this part of the story. So it works. So yeah, she's going to teach them this, the final lesson, the secret 10th cut of the Fujikiri Tong. There's a 10th cut? Tell us everything, Kitsune.
Like, imagine where the turtles are in this moment. They've got the Shredder, who great cost has been paid to separate the evil part of him from who he is now, and how he's had to reject Kitsune, but then knows that they have to get this knowledge from her. And can you trust her coming back and being this close to Saki, even though we know she's motivated by the defeat of her brother, the Rat King? Like, ew, it's an icky situation.
Yeah.
And they have to suck it up and accept what she's got to say.
Yep. Absolutely. So yeah, that's what's going on in this final issue of the Isolation Trade. And what a story. Just what a story. Absolutely love it. Tong is the unification, interconnection, and as a whole, the space-time and gravity and the quantum universe. I'll tell you know much of this already. Everything everyone has not only spatial but also psychic gravity, metaphysical gravity of essence, or what some of us call radiant gravity. These forces extend beyond the materialistic universe and into thought, dreams, elemental planes, even the realm of the dead. Incredible. This ties into Q&A, right? I've been learning about that. Donnie, you've been learning about this mysticism already? From where? Donnie's been busy. It's a long story. I'll tell you after all of this is over. So, yeah, absolutely. And again, what I'm loving about this issue is it's basically, look, we all love action. Most of us love action, but the cool thing about an issue like this is it's all story with various, like this page here that we're looking at, this next page where Donnie's at the top. It's combined with, it's 3 panels of the turtles and it's 2 panels of mysticism and the explanation that Kitsune is giving them. And she's also telling them what's going. So again, it's story based. It just works.
I appreciate whenever the turtles get a break from stuff. And this is the stuff where the mysticism becomes more closely tied to science, and we're like, all right, I'm on board. I get it now. I love hearing how mysticism gets explained by various universes. The world building is fun. Oh, so the spirit is like it's like gravity. It's a principle of matter. Okay, then Donnie gets it. It's the energy.
Yep.
So that's how Donnie knows all this stuff already, because science became mysticism.
Yep.
Or the mysticism got understood enough for him that it became this. So, like, yeah, all right, good.
And this is the thing that we've been waiting for 2 trades.
Mm-hmm.
This page right here. Despite all that, the connections among yourselves are not as strong as the ones forged with others. Well, where do I fit into all this? I'm not a Hamato. Jenica, you're one of the many who has been pulled into the Hamato's orbit and, like many others, forever changed. You are the strongest example of what I'm explaining. Our entire life and physical being were altered to align with the Hamatos. Mystically speaking, gravitationally speaking, you are the same as the Hamatos. So she finally gets her answer. I guess you guys are stuck with me for real, huh? I hope so, Mikey says.
That's a great line. That's such a great thing for Mikey to say.
Yeah.
I guess you guys are stuck with me, which is a kind of a negative, self-deprecating way to say that.
Yeah.
And then Mikey is so quick to flip that around to make it not sting.
Absolutely. When do we...
he didn't say, I guess so. Yep, I guess, yeah. Nope, I hope so.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah, absolutely. Good. When do we get the 10th cut part, though? And how's this gravity thing gonna beat Rat King? Maybe it'll let us, like, throw him into a black hole or something. Black holes have gravity, right? They do, Mikey, yeah, and now all this brings me to the Tong. The 10th cut. When you are together, your power, your radiant gravity increases tenfold. The 10th cut will allow you to make use of that so you can defeat my brother, whose gravitational force dwarfs us all. And let's begin. God, look at this. Look at this. Gee, oh, still mesmerized by how many bat pockets Donnie has on his belt nowadays. I think we're ready. We can do this, you guys, right? We can do this, you guys, right? And man, just looking at this, the sea witch on the ground with her hands in the air, the old can opener standing there watching them all, and everybody just ready to go. God, it's so good. Man, the art on this book. Look at that, like this, right? Like they all. Oh wow! Look at that. I didn't realize that they're all in yellow. Obviously, it's shadow, but it's all.
Oh, yep.
Wow, that's very cool. Love that. Together, interconnection, unification as a whole. Such good pages. And then we have this. As with ordinary gravity, radiant gravity extends throughout time, throughout the past, and into the future. Radiant force connects your past, present, and future. They all exist simultaneously. With the powers enacted by the 10th cut, you will tap into space-time itself.
With all of this training they've been doing in the spiritual stuff, I'm interested in seeing how they do ultimately, eventually, handle the Rat King.
Yeah, me too. Absolutely. Harness the past, however painful it may be. Witness your future, however overwhelming it may be. Your past shapes you and
these pages.
Yes, I know.
I'm sorry.
I know.
These pages are amazing. Every turtle gets their moment.
Yep. Oh.
To cut through.
Yep. Absolutely. So.
I noticed this reading through. Have you cheated and read the reboot stuff? Not the reboot, the issue 1.
Yeah, but I don't remember it. Remember, I read issue 1 and 2, but I don't remember it. I read them when they originally came out.
So each turtle is at the top of the page, and then these colored rips of fabric that match their bandanas go down, and we see like generally 2 traumatic things and then their future.
Yep.
And their future stuff down here in the bottom. It's issue 139. I don't know when this dude drew these pages. These are from the new book.
Oh, really?
Their future is coming out of post 150.
Oh, no way!
And so that's amazing. That somehow they knew that he was going to be taking over the book, and he had it outlined, and they knew what to draw in these panels.
Okay, so you remember when we had the reveal of, I think it's the reveal of Donnie with the shell, reveal that Donnie was alive, and you had the turtles react, and then you had I think it was Raph, or it was probably all of them. No freaking way. There's an image somewhere on Facebook. I'll have to find it. Yeah, I'll have to find it later after we're done recording. But there is an image of the 4 of them in the old style back before issue 100, where all 4 of them, and I think it's Raph saying, maybe it's all of them. I think it is. I think it's Leo, Mikey, and Raph. No freaking way.
Uh-huh.
Now that you tell me this? Oh, freaking way. Oh, God. Which is why it's so great. Even though they renumbered it, even though they went back to number 1. Look, we knew that was going to happen at some point. We just didn't know when. But at least the license didn't leave IDW. At least we still have certain people working on it that we've known all this time. Again, as I've mentioned, looking forward to reading how Jason Aaron writes the characters. Very much so. But the fact that I didn't even really realize that the future stuff here in this is actually what's going to happen in the new series.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that just makes this book even better. Even more so than it already could be. Like he's James Bond in the new book? What the hell? That's funny. Annika? Nice. Donnie? What's Donnie doing? Oh, Grim Reaper Donnie? Wait a minute.
It's a very I can't tell exactly, and I haven't read the Donatello issue yet.
Okay, I haven't.
But the turtle ghosty things in the back look like they could be the Last Ronin turtles.
Oh, okay.
But I haven't seen Donnie related to the Last Ronin turtles, and so there's something else going on possibly with those. Yeah, I mean he's dead. Donnie's would be dead by the time the Last Ronin turtles were born. The new update. Ah, so cool.
Yeah. But I love this. So we have all 4 of them, and then we have this intertwined bandana double. Basically, it's if you turn here. Let me see if I can do this. Where is that thing? Here we go. Where? Either way, it doesn't matter. Look at it. It's infinity. Hello.
Were you talking?
Yeah.
I'm looking at your screen share.
Yeah. It's infinity. I rotated the page. See?
Oh.
So you rotate.
I see what that.
You rotate it sideways.
Mm-hmm.
It's infinity.
Yeah.
At first, I thought, it's just a crazy 8 to get 2 of the panel. It's just a way to get an 8 in there. Get them all together, whatever, and then I'm like, literally, I turned I have my head leaned over to the left, like my head's leaned up against the cart window, and I'm like, wait a minute, I can just rotate the image. Like, yeah, it's infinity. As the turtles are forever. Ding, 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 ding.
It is a little concerning that the top of that is them mourning over Splinter, and then the bottom one is all of them going. All 5 of them going their separate ways, which I'm always so scared of when the turtles do that. But I'm hoping they're Well, actually, I know what happens post 150, so that image makes sense, and it's not the end.
Yeah, it's
because, like you said, the turtles are infinite. I think you're right. I think it's gonna be fine.
Yep. Absolutely. And Leo says it's not fated. We can still decide for ourselves. Yeah. Even within a casualty loop, we can still change the future, or we can try at least. Mikey says, yeah, but I feel like maybe the Armageddon game is our last big hurrah, you know? I just feel like maybe we won't bounce back from this one. Not like we used to. It gets harder and harder every time. All the stuff that keeps happening to us and people we care about. Maybe we shouldn't hold things together. What? Why would you say that, Raph? All that stuff Kitsune's saying about us pulling people into our orbit and whether they want to be there or not and whatever. Maybe if we go our separate ways, it'll spare everyone else all the problems we keep causing. And this causes them to think, and then this breaks up the armor, and then, one light goes out, they all go out. Sorry, it's a 12 Days of Christmas thing. You are ready. Rat King awaits you now. You must... here's where you've been hiding, sister.
No.
No. Get out.
He's so terrible.
Very sneaky of you, even with your little martial art lessons. I want you all to know what you still don't stand a chance you never did. To be continued. Dun dun dun. And then we get the alternate covers. Very, very cool alternate covers. And then the TMNT Reborn Volume 7 Isolation alternate cover. And then the game escalates. Dun dun dun. So yeah, folks, that is, as they say, that.
Interesting to note.
Yes.
I'm sorry. My last page of that book is the Armageddon game checklist.
Oh, nice.
And everything by this point, everything had come out except for the final issue of Armageddon game. So Turtles 139, what we just read, is right before the last issue. And so that's kind of interesting. I didn't catch that the last time. They all had red checks in it. Oh, except for the bottom one. Oh, okay. So now I see where all of these were tying in.
So technically, we could do Armageddon game next and then do Volume 8?
Probably. I'm going to let you tell me because you've got the trades, and so I'm going to read whatever's in your trade.
Let's see.
So I don't mess that up.
Let's see here. Volume 8 is more behind the scenes stuff, folks. Volume 8 is TMNT Reborn Volume 8, Damage Done. All right. This collects. Originally published as TMNT Annual 2023 and TMNT issues 140 to 144. So if the final issue of Armageddon game came out between 139, which is the final issue of Isolation, and 140, and there's nothing about Armageddon game past 140.
Really?
It should be good, I think. I'll have to check. I'll have to double check, which I will do in an ad break. So we'll be right back right after this.
Hello, geeks and geekettes! Looking for a podcast that covers a vast array of topics? Then check out Altered Geek Unleashed, where we discuss our thoughts on this week's geeky news, tech, gaming, television shows, movies, cartoons, comics, and more. So, get altered, get geeky with the Altered Geeks. Every Friday on the Geekcast Radio Network.
Are you missing entertainment in your life? Welcome to Captain Ruggles Gaming. Whether it's guides, roleplay content, or our shenanigans with our collaborations with the 20 years standing strong Fart Clan, also known as Fast Action Response Team, or the Wrecking Crew, we have something for everyone. So join us when we traverse the cosmos of space games, survive the undead in zombie games, or just having fun in first-person shooters or random indie games. Visit us now at geekcastradio.com and youtube.com/@Captain Ruggles, or Google search Captain Ruggles Gaming. It's game time, and I'll see you out on the battlefield.
For the best in science fiction, join Mark Baumgarten, Vicky Jakubowski, Zion Kiros, and Juan San Miguel on the award-winning podcast Marku 42's Universe. Doctor Who, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Star Trek, and more are all fair game with Marku 42, which has been around since 2012 in one form or another. Marku 42's Universe is proud to be a part of Geekcast Radio Network, the best place to get your geek on. Listen to us bi-weekly or weekly if we have a topic relevant for you, our listeners. Marku 42 on Geekcast Radio Network, a match made in a galaxy near you.
Do you know John Hyatt songs?
Maybe you know them from being covered by Roseanne Cash, Three Dog Night, the Neville Brothers, Emmylou Harris, Eric Clapton, B.B. King, Jeff Healey, Bonnie Raitt, or literally hundreds of others.
Maybe you have some of his albums on your shelf. Or in your cow-horned Cadillac right now.
I'm Jesse Jackson.
And I'm Sylvan Groff.
And we're going to dive in from A to Z. Join us on the Perfectly Good podcast.
We're going to discuss all of your favorites and uncover some forgotten gems, from Aces Up Your Sleeve to Zero House.
Rate and debate every John Hyatt song on the Perfectly Good podcast. Have a little faith.
Hi, I'm Dan, and I'm the host of the Rock Nerd Radio Show, which airs live on HudsonRiverRadio.com every Wednesday evening at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It also gets backed up as a podcast, which you can find on your preferred podcasting platform. Every week on my show, I talk about all kinds of pop culture. I talk about music. I talk about movies, TV, comics, collectibles, and so much more. I also feature a guest on my show periodically, which you might enjoy. I have a couple of special segments on my show, one called the Cover Song of the Week and My Favorite Thing in the World This Week. If you think this sounds cool, check it out sometime. I hope you do.
On the Simplistic Reviews podcast, we talk movies. We talk TV. We talk...
Hello, Julie, what the heck are you doing?
Trying to make our spots sound more exciting by adding explosions.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could have got the point across with sound effects, not the real thing. Car.
Download the show on iTunes or at simplisticreviews.blogspot.com.
I'm sure your insurance company will cover that.
No, they won't.
No, they probably won't.
All right, folks, we are back here inside the Pull Bag, episode 577. Finally figured out what the hell we're doing. Yay!
They make it so hard.
Just had to make sure it wasn't going to continue past a certain issue number. And we've adjusted accordingly. So, next episode, we will be covering all of the Armageddon game, which I have just found out is in 2 trade paperbacks, the Armageddon game and the... What does it say here? The Armageddon game and the... What does it say? The Armageddon game, the Alliance. So they, so far, have only got the 2 trades. Obviously, you have single issues, but we're not doing that. Oh, wait. Damn it.
Opening moves,
it's
Alliance.
3 trades. Opening moves, Alliance, and the regular series. Okay, well, you're going to get 3 trades, 1 podcast. No cups.
We'll make it fast.
We promise. But then again, it's usually an hour and a half, sometimes depending on. I mean, well, that last Ronin episode was like 3 hours, but that was the last Ronin, which we got to get back to doing that too, because I got to look and see when Last Ronin 2 is fully traded. The re-evolution, and as you mentioned before we went to break, something about the new Last Ronin Turtles, and I was like, wait, what? And then I remembered, oh, right, that's
Ben Bishop. Gosh, what a lucky creator.
Yeah, good old Ben Bishop. Gotta love that guy. All right, folks, that's going to do it for us. Anything you would like to say, sir, before I run through the closing?
Go buy the Mirage Years.
Volume 2.
The Volume 2 reprint. That's all I got.
All right.
This was great.
Yep, absolutely, always is. Thank you for joining us here inside the Pull Bag. If you'd like to get in contact with us or leave feedback for the show, there are several ways to do so. Visit the website, geekcastradio.com, where you can listen to and comment on all of our content. You can also check out shop.geekcastradio.com and buy all of our merch. Send an email to feedback@geekcastradio.com. You can check us out on any of the podcatching clients you choose to use. Follow us on Twitter @GeekCastRadio for the network. You can follow @The Pullbag for the show. I am @TFG and Mike. You can become a fan on Facebook on facebook.com/GeekCastRadio Network. You can also check out The Pullbag over there as well as Geek Stuff Garage Sale. So that's very awesome. Very awesome. Absolutely, absolutely. Join us next time. As I mentioned, we will be discussing the Armageddon game, the entirety of the Armageddon game, from opening moves to last moves to middle moves to right moves, left moves. 2 minutes for high sticking. And,
crossover with Naruto.
Oh, God. Don't even get me. Oh, God. There's so many freaking crossovers that we haven't covered.
Oh, it's so terrible.
God. Don't even get me started. You know, they still haven't done one yet that they're supposed to do. I don't know if they can do it, but it would be a perfect time for them to do it, considering, you know, earlier this month, he was born again.
Oh, yes, I want my Daredevil.
Something you've been wanting a long time. Oh, God.
Yeah, man. You're going to have a hard time finding me for that podcast because I'm going to be running up and down the street naked, shouting.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
It finally happened! Look, did you read this trade? I'm going to call the cops.
Shouldn't you be in your basement podcasting with your other friend?
No, the world has to know they finally did it. Matt Murdock met the Turtles. Woo!
That's right.
Oh.
I mean, if Batman can meet the Turtles, come on, Marvel, come on, Disney, get your together.
That might be the holdup now. I mean, with the DC, it's a little easier to get a hold of them, but if they want to cross over with Marvel properties, they have to go to the mouse.
I mean, IDW did do...
Yeah, they published some Spider-Man Kids comics.
Well, they published some Spider-Man Kid comics, but they also published some Disney Adventure comics, too. So they did have... Yeah. I don't know what... I don't know. I don't work for IDW. But I don't know.
All right, that's it. I need Bobby's email. Give me Bobby's email. I got to get that guy on the phone.
I will talk to you about that off air. But anyway, next time, as I mentioned, the Armageddon game, the whole of the Armageddon game.
What the hell was that? Well, that was a crime, you purse-scrubbing pukes. And this is the penalty. 2 minutes for slashing, 2 minutes for hooking, and lest I forget my personal favorite, 2 minutes for high stick.
How about a 5-minute game misconduct for roughing, pal?
Hey, Bogey. Now, who died and made you referee? You did your job, now get out of here and let me do mine. These JV lowlifes need to be taught a lesson.
Not like that, they don't. Not from you.
You know the lines, folks. For now, I am TFG and Mike with...
Joe Reed.
As always, make your greatest escape into comics, and we will catch you next time. That's not creepy at all.
Thank you, Stephen Bloom.
That's right. All right. So... Oh, it's over here. I had to move things around. I'm like, what did I do with my drink? I know I put my drink... Like, it's over here on my left now. I'm used to it over here being on my right because I'm used to the microphone being on the left. I'm like, where the fuck my drink go? And now the microphone's on the right. I don't want to have to reach down and around the microphone to... Nope. So I'm like, wait a minute. Where'd it go? Who stole my drink? Give me my drink back.
I've got so much stuff and action figures all over my desk and in this room. I'm so afraid during recording that I'm going to do something that makes this awful, awful racket. I'll explain it when it happens someday.
Yeah, someday.
Sorry, guys, just playing with my toys.
Oh, we know. We've heard it before. I've left that in before. You can't see the... let's shoot you a picture in Messenger here. You cannot see the drink. It's over to the left of where the mouse is there. But that's the new setup where the microphone is now. The microphone used to be on the left of where the monitor is. So now that it's on the right, I'm like, damn it, I can't reach for my drink anymore because it's not there because it would be under the microphone. And no. All right.
You've just heard the latest episode of The Pull Bag, the GCRN's first comic review and discussion podcast. There are several ways to get in touch with us and leave feedback for the show. You can visit the website, geekcastradio.com, where you can comment on the episode and all of our different podcasts. You can rate and leave a review for the show on iTunes. Be sure to leave us feedback. Become a fan of us on Facebook, facebook.com/thepullbag. Send us an email, feedback at geekcastradio.com. Follow us on Twitter at thepullbag and at geekcastradio. So until next time, make your great escape into comics and unleash the geek in you.